What's going on, guys? Anthony from Simple Tech Talk here, where I help you get the most out of your Android device. And thank you for being here and taking a moment out to check out this video. I hope you learned something today. I really appreciate it. Thank you. If you like that intro, stick around at the end of the video and I'll be able to show you how to use the S Pen to open up the phone and get back to some note taking as you're using it, whether you're in a meeting, on a conference call, or just getting information from the missus, because let's face it, some of us, me especially, I forget a lot of things all the time. I'm totally forgetful. You can tell me to do something and I will forget. So creating lists is very important in my day-to-day, and I'll show you how to put some of those lists on the phone, right on your lock screen, and you don't even have to worry about remembering a thing or finding it in an app of some sort. It's just going to be right on the home screen of your phone. Stick around for that tutorial. Alright guys, so first things first, I just want to show you what you're going to experience when you pull the S Pen out of the Note 9. So what you're going to see is something that's called Air Command. And like usual, what we'll do is we'll put the screen up here on the side, and I'll show you as well right here. So as soon as you pull the pen out, you get this Air Command pinwheel. And within the pinwheel, you'll have options like Create a Note, View Notes, Smart Select, Screen Write, and such. And one of my favorites, which is down there, is called PenUp, and we'll get into that in a moment. But what's really nice about this pinwheel is that you're able to kind of customize what's more important to you in terms of applications and also in terms of features within the S Pen on the Note 9. So creating a note sounds exactly like what it is. You're just going to create a note by tapping that, and actually have a shortcut for that, and I'll show you that in a moment as well. View all notes, pretty obvious what that is. And Smart Select tool. Now the Smart Select tool is actually really cool. So depending on what you're viewing, let's take a step back and we'll say we're in our Pinterest, and I wanted to show somebody these cool pair of sneakers. You pull out your pen, you go into Smart Select, and at the very top you'll get some options like rectangle, lasso, and oval. And these are different types of lasso tools that you can use. And what you're going to do is highlight one of these pairs of sneakers, and you'll see it cuts it out for you. And what you can do is pin to screen, extract the text if there was text, and then you can actually edit that text, which is a pretty cool feature. Or on the very bottom, you can share. I'm going to tap on share and going to send it right to Samsung Notes and add a new note. And you'll see it's going to add that information for me. And right here, we're going to be able to say, kind of sneakers. Oops, I didn't do that well. Sneakers I like. And then we can just send that off as a note or whatever it may be, or find in my size. Oops, can't spell. For Christmas, right? So that'd be really good for Christmas. I love that one. But I got it right finally. And you can basically create a note that way, which is actually a really cool way of putting a photo or anything from a website like I just did from Pinterest, and add that into your note that you're trying to send off to somebody. So moving forward, the next one that I wanted to show you guys, which is actually really helpful, is down at the bottom here, it'll say Translate. And with Translate, what's really nice is once you tap on Translate, you're going to open it up. You're going to see at the very top of the screen there, it's going to pop up the options from English to any other language. Just say if we touch on the word Spanish, it'll actually bring up a nice comprehensive list of different languages that you can translate English into. We'll leave it at Spanish now just for the quick demo purposes. And what's really cool about the pen and the screen of the Note 9 is that it doesn't have to touch the screen. You'll start seeing a sensor. And if you can look here, I'm not even touching the screen, and you can see that sensor pop up, and you're going to actually land that target over a word, and it's going to highlight that word and it translate it for you. And what's even nice is that you can even play an audio clip. So let's see if we can listen to that. Well, I guess he's going to tell you the English version of that. That's pretty cool. But it's really nice that where you can translate what that word is. And again, if you just go up to the top and you see those two little arrows going in different angles, we can switch it off from Spanish to English. It's not going to do that now. I don't think it's going to be able to do anything different. Launcher. It says it in the accent. That was actually really cool. But what's really nice about this is that you can use this on any documents you're viewing, whether it be an email you're receiving or a web page you're looking at and browsing, that you can actually just translate right off the spot using the S Pen without needing someone else. Hey, can you help translate this for me? Whatever it may be, it'll do that for you. Not bad, right? All right. So the next one I wanted to show you guys on here was PenUp. Now, PenUp is actually a really nice social media tool where using the pen, you can actually create artwork on this thing. And let me tell you, some of this stuff is quite gorgeous. So we're gonna go right into PenUp. And you give it a moment to load. And what's really nice about this, again, this social media tool, is that you're gonna be able to scroll through and see what type of artwork people are making with this thing. And it's beautiful. I'm sure like there's things in here that I've never thought that people can do, from simple stuff like this, simple stuff like that, all the way down to, let's see what else we can get here. These are mine. So these are actually some of the pieces of art that I've created on the Note 9 using the S Pen and just some of the basic features. And now I'm a decent artist at best. I can draw better than stick figures, you know. But what's really cool is there's a nice way to kind of cheat, if you will, to get around that. If you give me a moment, I can show you that. So we can go into drawing. And when you're in this drawing feature, you'll have options like pencils, paint brushes, things of that nature. But at the very bottom, if you look down here on the very bottom, there's this little gallery ad or a photo ad, and you can take a picture from the gallery. And let's say we wanted to go into one of my favorite photos, let's say of my dog here. And now you can see I can kind of highlight an area. And with that area, and then I can also change the opacity, so we can make it very light. And then we can save that. And what this is basically doing is allowing me to kind of, let's see if we can do this really quickly. Go in and kind of basically cheat. It's basically tracing. What's really nice about this is that you're able to create a decent image at best of whatever it is you're looking at. Get a good idea of what the picture is. And on the very bottom, you'll be able to see this little eye button, and you tap on that and you got a basic sketch of what you're trying to look at. And from there, you can really take, sky's the limit, as they say. You can really take your artwork to another level. But that's pretty much how that would work, is if you were using this, if you're using this kind of tool. You know, when you're bored, you're sitting on a plane, a bus ride, whatever it may be, sitting in the back seat of an Uber, you just want to start sketching away. I mean, just some of the images that you see here are just absolutely stunning. I don't even know how people have the time to learn this kind of platform and do that, but as you see how I cheat, I'm not that good. But it's really nice how that works out for other people. So, you know, give it a try, log in. As long as you have a Samsung account, you can create that, and you can save your drafts in your personal folder. You don't have to share it with the world, and you get some thumbs up, and you get some kind of critiques from other artists who really seem to know what they're doing, as you can see. And you know, you can't go wrong with it. So why not be creative with this kind of pen and this kind of phone? Let's get to the next one. Last but not least, using the lock screen in order to save a note. Now this is where, again, my memory comes into play, and using this phone to, you know, some of the max potentials that it has. It's the most simplest feature that they have going for them, and I honestly love this feature. I do take advantage of it quite often. And basically the idea is when your phone is in the lock screen, and you pull it out, and you'll see a nice little animation, and I'll even step over and put it on the side. When you pull out the pen, you get a nice little animation, and now you're able to kind of write right on your lock screen. It becomes a nice little tool, and it will save you every single time. And you know, as you're taking down your note, milk, bread, eggs, whatever it is, you can actually write your note on your screen, and then tap on the little pin button on the top. It looks like a thumbtack. You tap on there, and it's actually going to save it to your always on display. And that's just going to be the most convenient way to take a note using the S Pen, using your lock screen. It's going to put it right on the front of your phone. If you're going to the supermarket and you're forgetful, again, like I am, I'm not going to remember what I needed to get. Just pull the phone out of your pocket. You don't even have to unlock the phone. It doesn't matter if you have a fingerprint or whatever it may be. It's right on your lock screen, making it very easy for you to get around and get your stuff together and just get in and out of that store or whatever it may be. And now you can save your handwritten notes directly in there. Another cool thing is that once you're in that list, you can double tap on the screen and update that. Scratch out what you've purchased, and you know you're good to go. And then hit that pin button again on the top, and it's going to automatically save it to your lock screen without having to go that extra step. It's really, really smooth, really, really convenient. I cannot tell you how many times I've used this before, and it really works, and it helps me, you know, just an awesome guy. Just, hey, you remember to get that. That's right, I did. Thank you, Note 9. So now we're at the end of the video here, where we're going to show you that nice little trick that I had in the very beginning of the video on how to wake up the phone using the pen and continue taking a note. So first, let's take a step back, and I'm going to show you again on the large screen as I'm doing it here. So if you can see here, let's see if I can get you guys to notice it. There's a little button on the side of the S Pen there. And now that button, all I'm going to do is, check this out. You're going to hold the button down and triple tap the screen. So I'm going to do it here, and you'll see it there. 1, 2, 3. And I'm already starting a note. So now we can start our note. And, you know, it happens sometimes as you're in a conference call or a meeting or whatever it may be, that the screen starts turning black on you. Now the screen turns off and that happens. But look what happens now as I just press that button once. It's going to open up and get me right back to where I was. And now I can continue my little note for you guys. And that's all I really did, was I hit the button once while I already had the note page open and just continue taking that note. So really quickly, guys, I want to thank you for watching the video with me and sticking it out. I really enjoy making these videos for you. There's more features about the S Pen that I want to go over, but I want to show that in another video. I feel like there's a lot of information here that you can soak up that is definitely useful, and I want you guys to give that a try. And we'll revisit the remote shutter features and the remote presentation features of the S Pen on another video. So thank you very much for sticking with me, guys. I appreciate that, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.